Hillary Phan. I was born on January 25th, 2001, which makes me an Aquarius. An accomplishment that I am most proud of to date. It's nothing specific, but I would have to say it's my personal growth up until this point. My junior year, going into my senior year, I went through a lot, I would say. Um, I never struggled emotionally or mentally that much. So I guess you could say in that time, I kind of lost myself. I didn't really know what my goals were anymore. I didn't know what I was doing with my day. I just didn't have the energy to do what I used to be doing. But the fact that I am here today on the path to success, working hard every day, and with an amazing support system, I guess you could say it's my biggest accomplishment for myself. And going off of that, a future piece or a piece of advice for my future self would be to focus on yourself, because in life things get so hectic and they get so crazy, and it's important that you don't get stuck in all of that you don't lose yourself, because at the end of the day, it's you who's going to have your back. So focus on yourself, focus on your happiness, focus on your health, physical and mental, and just make sure that you have your goals and that you set them and that you reach them. First question I'm going to ask you is like simple introductions. So how do you know me?
I know you because I taught you in Spanish 1 and in ECJ Central America.
Okay. The second question is, what was your first impression of me? If you can remember.
That you were very conscientious and hardworking and polite and kind.
What's something that you feel others might misunderstand about me when they first meet me, or that you see differently or appreciate because you know me?
You are a person that does a really good job of holding things together even when things are difficult. So most people looking at you wouldn't know the difficulties you've had in the last 2 years. They would just think, oh, there's Hillary, and she looks great, and her nails look great, and she's got it all together, and life must be really great for her. And so I think that's the biggest thing that stands out for me.
How have I influenced you in your life?
Well, I think actually what I just said, there's a lot of things. One is that you've reminded me that my students might be going through things that I don't know about. And even though it looks like everything's fine, I think for every student, there's something going on that I don't know about that's difficult for them. So that reminds me of that. You remind me of that. And also, you've influenced me because of your strength and because watching you in Costa Rica with the kids and just seeing what a loving and kind and generous person you are is very inspiring to me.
Okay, the final question is, what is your basic life philosophy, or what imparting wisdom do you have for me?
Life can be very difficult, and it's important to surround yourself with people that are loving and supportive and will listen. Just to take life one day at a time. I think sometimes we can get caught up in what's going to happen in 5 years, and that can be scary. Mm-hmm. So to just try to live one day at a time.
Any final comments
about you? I'll probably think of something after you leave. But
yeah. Okay, so as of right now, no final comments.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for participating in my video project.
You're welcome.
It means a lot, and I loved everything that you said.
Thank you.
Not a lot.
Thank you for asking me.
So the first question is, how do you know me? So basically introduce yourself, how we know each other.
Okay, so I'm Brianna, and Hillary is my dad's youngest cousin, and we're like less than a day apart, so we're really, really close in age, and we're basically twins, I would say, but not.
Okay, second question. What was your first impression of me?
Well, when I first met Hillary, like actually met her, I think like the first time I remember, she came to Maryland, but to visit me, but she was really quiet, so I was a lot closer to her brother. And then when I came to California one time, she was very socially awkward, I would say. So it was really hard to get to know her. But then, like a few years later, we connected again through social media, and ever since then we've clicked. So it's like probably been like since like 8th grade, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
around there, seventh,
around
eighth
8th
grade.
grade. Yeah.
Okay. What's something that you feel others might misunderstand about me when they first meet me, or that you see differently or appreciate because you know me so well?
I would say that people probably see you as like really obnoxious from afar because of like how bubbly your personality is. Like, you know, when you get excited, you're just like very like, ah, like oh my gosh, and like most people be like, what the heck? But like when you just know you just know that like your happiness is just so like genuine for other people. So that is,
Next question is how have I influenced you in your life?
oh, you've been like such a good role model on me, honestly. Like, not gonna lie, like I look up to you and your grades and like how good like a scholar you are, and I wish I could be like that, but I'll never be. So like how like much you've grown and like able to like adapt to like all the situations that you're given like left and right. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Same as to you.
Yeah.
Last question is, what is your basic life philosophy? Or to put it in a different way, what words do you live by? Just like in general, like.
Live with no regrets, man. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to like just live and do things so that you don't regret that you didn't do it. I'd rather live with like knowing what would happen rather than like what if. Right?
I agree. So, that's it for the questions, but do you have any final comments? No? Alright, well, thank you for taking your time to be interviewed by me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, so, welcome and thank you for letting me interview you. The first question is, how do you know me?
I met you when we were freshmen. It was the first day of our freshman orientation, and then we didn't become friends until sophomore year. Well, we were friends, but like we didn't become best friends until sophomore year.
Okay, second question. What was your first impression of me?
I thought you were really pretty, but I thought you were like really mean because like your character, like you have that like I don't know, that one face where it's like this. Yeah. So I thought you were really pretty, but I thought you were really mean.
Okay. What's something that you feel others might misunderstand about me when they first meet me, or that you appreciate because you know me so well? Okay.
Something that I appreciate about you because I know you so well is, well, I'm pretty sure everyone can see this too, like how hardworking you are, and it's evident to like anyone who, I don't think anyone would think like, oh, Hillary's like lazy, like Hillary's a slacker, because I think that's just how you carry yourself. Like you seem like you have priorities, and that's why sometimes you have like an unwelcoming like facet, because you're like getting to your goal, like this is what you have to do, so you're gonna do it, and like you
Like at school.
yeah, and so there's not like gonna be obstacles or like not any like detours, and so that's why like you're very like direct, you're very straightforward, and sometimes people might take that the wrong way, or like and so something that I appreciate about you because I know you so well is that you have a goal in mind and you're set out to accomplish that.
Okay. Next question. How have I influenced you in your life?
You've influenced me a lot. You've influenced me a lot in my life because throughout our friendship, you give me a lot of alternatives, and then you ultimately leave it up to like me to decide. But I like that you have that supportive nature about you, because throughout everything that like we've experienced in high school, you've always been by my side. And so regardless of like our ups and downs, you've been a constant. And so
Final question. What is your basic life philosophy? Or to put it in a different way, what words do you live by?
to always like, sounds cliche, but to reach for the stars, because anything is achievable if you put yourself on the path to achieve it.
Oh, thank you. Do you have any final comments?
Yeah, I can't wait to see where you go in life, because I know you're a passion driver. We'll get you to far places. Besties for life.
Cause everything's gonna be alright.